decade.
The following contest
Here comes the head of the table, the Tribal Chief.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Bloodline. From Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion,
He's going to regret not following up here once he loses this match.
Come on, JR. This isn't something you do when you're worried about the outcome of the match. He knows he's got it in the bag.
And it's been reversed. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR?
there's the pin!
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You gotta keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's gonna go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
I'd ask you who you want to win this matchup, JR, but it's been pretty obvious since the start of the show who you're pulling for.
I try to remain as objective as I can, King. Quite frankly, I'd rather see a good competitive matchup. And here's the pin! Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way. All's fair in love and war, JR, and I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
There's the reversal. These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR.
He may get the 3 count here.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on more than a hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match would be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
through, but after seeing a superstar like Kid Cash in action, I must admit,
This is great, JR. He's really letting his opponent have it.
I guess he is. But I'd like to see a little less sizzle and a little more steak, personally.
There's all sorts of crazy stuff under the ring, and all of it can inflict a lot of damage on an opponent.
Good grief! I don't care.
So long, ref. Sweet dreams.
It's going to be a while before the referee gets up from that. The referee is down, and now there's no one to maintain order in this match.
Where do they find these referees, JR? They seem to be awfully friendly. Whoops! There goes the referee.
Oh, man! And now there's no one to keep order in this matchup.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And, oh my, he's bleeding! That's an unfortunate side effect of this very physical competition.
An unfortunate side effect? JR, this is what it's all about. Beating your opponent to a pulp.
I'd like to think there's a little bit more to it than that, King. These are professional athletes, not street thugs.
His opponent telegraphed that one.
I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. I think it's funny that he calls himself Kid Cash, JR, because I don't think he's worth a dime.
Well, that's your view, King. But Kid Cash is money in the bank from where I sit. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher.
Well, Angle's gotten lucky more times than I can count. I'll give him that. But sooner or later, his luck's gonna run out. And it might be tonight.
I know that Kurt Angle has rubbed some fans and fellow superstars the wrong way in the past. But when it comes right down to it, you can't deny the fact that he's earned the right to take a little pride in his accomplishments.
A little pride? JR, I'd say you sounded like Kurt Angle's biggest fan. If I wasn't sure that Angle himself is already president of his own fan club. Oh boy, these fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
I just don't get the boogeyman, JR. What's he supposed to be? Some kind of sideshow freak or something?
He's a WWE superstar, King, plain and simple. Maybe he's just a little more eccentric than most, but his job is to entertain the fans. And from where I sit, he does a damn fine job of it. I can only imagine how the boogeyman must turn heads when he's not in a WWE arena.
I don't know about turning heads, JR, but he does a pretty good job of turning my stomach every time I see him. Look at this, JR. Can you imagine SmackDown putting on a match half as good as this?
No disrespect intended for SmackDown colleagues, but no, I can't, King. I truly believe Raw is the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
And you hit the nail right on the head there, JR. The dominant brand. Not the slightly better brand or the sort of superior brand.
Absolutely not. I'm a Raw man. And I have to believe we're head and shoulders better than the competition.
You won't get any argument from me, JR. SmackDown's the minor leagues as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, I won't deny that Angle thinks very highly of himself, but he's earned that right. I might be a little less forgiving if he didn't live up to his own hype. But the bottom line is, when Angle sets his mind to something, very few superstars can stand in his way.
JBL might be my favorite superstar on the SmackDown roster. I could never get enough of this guy.
I could. As a matter of fact, I think I've had more than enough of John Bradshaw lately. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers,
Here comes the head of the table, the